Okay, standing here with me, Whitney Ringler and Adam White. Whitney, you're the founder of Chase After a Cure for Cancer.
Right.
And Adam White, you're the executive director.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to call it CAC.
Sounds good.
Okay, give us some background information about CAC.
So Chase After a Cure was founded in 2009. I started the organization after my son Chase was diagnosed with a very rare and aggressive type of childhood cancer called neuroblastoma. When he was diagnosed at age 3, he was stage 4. He was covered in cancer from head to toe. And we went through 2 years of very rigorous treatment. And kind of after learning a little bit about childhood cancer and being kind of thrown into that world, I learned that there was very, very little funding available specifically for childhood cancer research.
I need to ask you, how did you recognize this in your son?
The cancer? He started limping on his leg. It was Labor Day weekend in 2007, and spent about a week kind of limping, and we went back and forth to the doctors having x-rays, and nothing really came out of it. They never found anything. A couple weeks later, he woke up with a stiff neck, and I didn't even relate the two together at the time, but they sent us down to NUSC Children's Hospital, and after a battery of tests, they found the tumor, and it was on his abdomen. And what had happened was it had spread to his skull and his bone marrow, which was 95% tumor, and so that's what was causing the limping and the stiff neck, was the bone marrow involvement.
Wow. Would you happen to know the number rates with childhood cancer versus adult?
That I don't know. I do know that, like for example, with neuroblastoma, it's a fairly rare and aggressive childhood cancer. He was given a 30% chance of survival. There's only about 750 cases diagnosed a year in the United States of neuroblastoma. So it's it's one of the childhood cancers that needs more research because it's very aggressive and deadly. So.
Okay, and as the executive director, what is your job?
Yes. My job is to lead the organization on a day-to-day and to help plan and fundraise for all of our different events and various events throughout town. And to go back to your question a minute ago, there's actually adults receive 96% of childhood or cancer research funding from the federal government. Only 4% of that is allocated to childhood cancer. So the disparities in funding are glaring. But yes, on a day-to-day, we work to plan semi-annual events, our annual gala as well, which is coming up, and just kind of maintain the organization.
So how does CAC raise their money?
We raise our money through events throughout the year. We have our annual gala. We're coming up on our 6th annual gala. We do that most of our funding for the year with this particular event with live and silent auction items. We have different events throughout the community. We have a thing called Whole Lot of Fun, which is in the fall, which is a kind of a golfing event. We have an event this spring, which is a family fun event called the Chase Challenge that we're building up, and it's going to be kind of an obstacle course, relay race type of event.
So if someone asks you, okay, where does the money go, what would you tell them?
Sure, the money goes to the only childhood cancer research lab in the state of South Carolina. This lab is very important to the region and the state. This funding the focus of the funding, goes to neuroblastoma. Neuroblastoma is the most common cancer among infants, the 3rd most common amongst children.
Okay, so there's a silent and live auction at your events?
Yes, sir. At our annual gala, which is coming up February 1st at the Miminger Auditorium. They can find out more about that on chaseaftercuregala.com. Music will be done by Elise Testone. We have live and silent auction items, like you said. We have just a great spread of food from various different local restaurants, Burwell's, Rue de Jean, Epicure, Salt House Catering, Wasabi, The Granary, several different local restaurants.
How's the research going?
Research is going wonderful. Dr. Kaveka is getting ready to launch a very important clinical trial that she's been working on for several years this fall with a couple of different folks throughout the MUSC organization as a whole. They'll be working together with different biochemists and pharmaceutical person and all the different tangibles that are going to kind of put this clinical trial into humans. So.
Well, I really need to ask this question. The spirit of your son, how is he?
He's doing very well, and I'm very thankful. He just turned 10 on January 4th. I didn't think he would see the age of 8, so we celebrate every birthday.
And does he realize the intensity of everything that's happening?
He does. It's luckily he has forgotten, I think, a lot of it because he was so young. And children are very resilient. They think of it as they're normal. Even when they're going through very tragic things. So. He bounced back pretty nicely from it. So
okay. Well, we thank you all for being here. Chase After a Cure. CAC. And I'm hoping that all of your events go well, and the research, we're hoping that it all goes well. And thank you for being here on Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, the Golden Gala is at 7 p.m. Saturday, February 1st at Meminger Auditorium, 56 Bufane Street in Charleston. This black tie optional gala features entertainment by American Idol finalist Elise Testone, food from top local restaurants, an open bar, and a live silent auction. Tickets are $100 per person. Purchase tickets at www.chaseaftercuregala.com. For more information, contact Adam White at 843-695-7511 and visit chaseaftercure.com.